You gotta water your seed. Okay. The magician is on the broadcast. Okay, so just to recap, while he's doing this, I was saying some things. Namely, we were talking about TreeGen's approach to staking, or to proof of stake rather, using a similar mechanism where you stake a governance token and you verify that trees were planted correctly, to mint tokens where 95% go to the planters, 5% go to the verifiers, and there's a slashing mechanism similar to proof of stake built into that. Now, for our mechanism, we're thinking that people would be able to verify multiple plants videos, and then once we reach a certain percentage, say 2/3 of the dozen, as an example, there's 8, then we see if it was done correctly, and then there's a slashing that's built in, right? Whereby they could, but here's the problem, is that if we let people verify multiple trees, multiple videos, and then they got them all wrong, then they could lose a lot of their tokens. But if we don't let them verify multiple, then it could just take a really long time to verify everything, right? It's like you go in, you verify one, and that's all you can do, and then you got to wait for the others, and then you got to come back. I understand that this works with really big networks like Ethereum, but what would you recommend for TreeGens? We were thinking we do like a weekly slashing analysis, which obviously has its downsides too, because then we might have, but as long as the majority, the idea is we would go with, like, if there's at least 60% saying it's one way, then those in the minority have a slashing built in, assuming that not the majority of people would get it wrong. And if so, then yeah.
Yeah, right. That's a lot of assumptions, but but I think let's grow together, and I think try it and start it, and maybe refactor it if you. And I mean, probably not that much malicious actors will try to join in the beginning. And maybe still even if a lot of people get it wrong, I would, and you say that there is not the first slashing is kind of exiting you out of the consent of the staking mechanism. You could still cap it and say, okay, the maximum amount you can lose is around 30% or something like that.
Okay, so you're saying, right. So you're saying we let people verify as many videos as they want in one shot, not having to wait for others, so that we can scale this. Because we might have 34 million tree planters using this on June 5th, because that's how many people were planting in Ethiopia's world record. And we need to build this to scale. So in light of that, yeah, we can't be doing one video at a time, wait for everybody, and then move to the next video. We really got to verify quickly, because we want to, distribute funds to people in a reasonable time frame. So you think we just go have at it, verify as many as you want, maximum 30% slashed?
Exactly. And then as soon as you get caught, you reach the 30%, it's sorry but goodbye, something like that.
Yeah,
maybe
one strike, you're out. Unless you, that's the plan. We blacklist people until we like whitelist them again to get back on, basically.
Exactly.
So if you really prove you go through the test, we should test our verifiers first. That would improve the probability. I know it's kind of different to staking. So why don't you walk us through proof of stake?
I will walk you through proof of stake. Maybe I will even get everything done a little bit quicker. So if you want to generate we grow a little bit quicker, or grow through a little bit, and and so what tool I use for key generation is the Buggy Keygen. You can find this on the Ethereum org site. There is also the normal launchpad.ethereum.org, where you can deposit via a web GUI your keys, and there they will walk you through, and they also recommend Wagyu. Maybe that's not that interesting, so I will just say, okay, just use the tool. It's kind of straightforward. Here you get even warned if the internet, of course, it's now on because I couldn't stream
So
without. But
just quickly break
if
through.
you
What exactly are they setting up as Wagyu situation?
with the Wagyu keychain, you generate the validator key. So there is a
Got it.
difference between normal wallet keys you have in your MetaMask and staking keys.
Mhm.
And the staking keys have a single function. You can attest to the network with it, and you can just send funds to it and retrieve funds from it. And with that, you can preset where it can get retrieved to, so that people won't be able to rob you even if they get hold of your keys. That's the cool thing. And if you
Love
do
it.
it right, your depositing wallet is not the retrieving wallet, so that even if someone tries to get your keys and get get hold of your depositing wallet, he still not be able to get to your funds. I mean, he will be able to slash you because he's then able to stake with your keys, so he can also do kind of an attack on the on the network, which result then in this one ETH loss of or this penalty return. But that's the worst thing that can happen. And if you think 32 the ETH is, I mean, currently it's around $50,000, and you just lose 1,500. I mean, it still hurts, but it won't hurt as much as someone gets the full 50,000 from you. So I won't now continue that too much. It's really basically straightforward, and you generate first your keys, and then I show you two sites where to upload um, where to upload your keys to. And the one thing is the launchpad, which is from the Ethereum network. There is this GUI when you have 32 ETH. In Hoodie, you can easily get testnet ETH,
That's
but
32.
just
Okay, gotcha.
it's 32. Yeah, it's not 42. Um, there were some game theory involved, and at 32 ETH, it was the perfect too high for everybody to join, but not and low enough that a lot of people join, but not the whole. And you want to avoid that everybody is staking, because then you don't have any traffic anymore on the network, which basically kills also the network. Okay, then this is the launchpad, and the other one is the CSM side. And here from Lido, where you can just add your key and upload your key files you get then from the Wagyu. You get two key files, and you just can deposit it here. Just pay 2 ETH as a kind of a security. They won't use it for anything but to secure Lido from getting rugged. And then you deposit your keys. These keys will be submitted. You can see it here. I submitted one test key here, and actually it's still waiting on being deposited with the 32 testnet ETH, and then I can run my Hoodie network or my Ethereum node and stake it. And I will shortly show you how to import that.
Cool. You don't necessarily need 32 ETH as well, right? Like you can pool together kind of thing.
Yeah, you can also, but with that you don't even have to. You don't even have to. You just uh, mm, deposit 2 ETH, kind of as a bond that nothing can happen to you, and then you just get 32 ETH from Lido, and they are secure because they are secure with giving you the 32 ETH, because you entered in your key generation their wallet address as retrieval address, so you won't be able to get the funds out of it. And if you get slashed, which is the worst, what can happen, they get your 2 ETH or take that what they lose from your 2 ETH with a little penalty, but nothing big, just to, yeah, de-incentivize people from try to rack them. So everything is very fair and it's completely permissionless. The only thing is that you have some, if there is not enough new money coming in, you have to wait until 30, the next 32 ETH are free for you in the queue. But that's it. And and you will get already rewards for just depositing it. You can see this. I entered it 4 hours ago, and I already made 7 cents, which doesn't seem a lot, but if you think you're just in a queue waiting for something, um, not doing any real duties at that moment, and you already get rewards, I think that's quite fair. And they
Yeah, so
will and they will add
you get
up.
something for just depositing, and then the
Yes.
main rewards come from doing the verification. How much time does this take per node to verify? Say on like a daily or a week.
Mm, You mean what is my, I mean, the thing is, if you have set it up and you get this Ethereum node running, which I show you the next, with the Ethereum launches, you don't have anything to do anymore. You just let it run for Lido or for yourself. And I mean, our tool is really um, programmed, and you have this auto update option I can show you. Everything runs yourself. It's
So you don't have to manually
unstable.
do verification?
No, you just say the software what to do, and then
Ah,
it
the
runs and
software
it
does it
runs your
for me.
money. It's hammock. You can lie back and everything is done for you. So it's really, I mean, if you have the infrastructure, I mean, it's free money in some kind of way.
And you get like 4% kind of thing.
With CSM, you even get more because they reward you a little for using CSM, and you get even 8%
8%.
for 8%. Yeah, the reason for this is you don't, because it's relative to what you deposit. Because if you run a normal key, you deposit 32 ETH and then get 4%. But with CSM, you just deposit 2.4 for the first and then 1.5 for the second. And relative to the money you kind of put in, you get relative more back. So you get 8% back. And the thing is, you get it in staked ETH, which is also a compound. It's a liquid token, so um, you can already spend it then afterwards, and it will compound even further. So
Compounds how
um,
long? What's the duration of compounding? How often?
that I'm not 100%. I mean, I think it's wait. I know that in the rewards paid out are every 27 days. I'm not 100% sure of if the compounding of staked ETH is also 27 days or less. That I'm not 100% sure.
Or less, not
But
more. So it's
yeah,
better
not
than
more.
monthly compounding.
Yeah,
That's
it's really adds up, and it keeps adding up. So it's
right.
really, Lido is really offering to the community some great thing. And I think it's, if you, I mean, if you say staking is a skill you should look into, and especially on Ethereum mainnet, because in my opinion, I mean, I'm really biased, but I think the EVM and Ethereum ecosystem is going to win the whole public blockchain battle, if there ever was any. but but
Well,
and
I don't know, man. Solana's catching up. Solana's getting
so
speed, dude.
People
Yeah,
want to roast me right now. I write, but I'm not here to make friends. I want to make
no,
people
it's
happy, but I don't want to make friends. No, and and and
Yeah.
as you see,
Okay. So
I think
walk us through with the bull case. Like, why will Ethereum defeat Salami?
salami. No,
Like,
you see,
I
I
I
think
assume. Yeah. Go ahead.
um, different reasons. First of all, Ethereum is the biggest one by now, and you
Yeah.
see a lot, especially financial institutions, the big institutions, they
Yeah.
all take
ETFs.
the biggest one. So if you see BlackRock and all the others, and I think also a lot of people the retreat from Solana because it was down too much. And I think if you're a serious company, you want to build something, especially in the financials um, endeavors, you have to build on something solid. And there are um, most developers, I think, and as the thing is with the scaling over L2s and L3s, I think a lot of there are already L2s that match Solana one by one in speed and for example, I mean base. I mean what you could say. Okay, base is maybe has a too much of a share of the L2s, but that's probably going to change over time
Mm,
to the better. And what in my opinion is that also in my future vision. The L3s, for example, the Arbitrum has this L3 system around them, the Arbitrum orbit, and I see all the classic supply chain blockchains that were built in the last decades will all go to a public L3, some in for example in supply chain or big company blockchains that were built for private use and were kind of not public will go public, but more with a high permissions in a high permission state, but always with this option to easy um, move assets, bridge assets to the other layers for interconnectivity with the other EVM blockchains. And then you have to have this one programming language with Solidity or Rust if you and I think you know that's the future picture is that I'm picturing when I'm thinking about future. So that's the reason why I think it's set to win. And it's not only yeah, it's not only that. Ethereum is
yeah.
cool. Go to a conference.
People think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm bullish. Like when I go to Denver and see all the innovation
Yeah,
and the public goods funding mechanisms and decentralization is another thing that people typically say over
yeah,
Solana. It's not it's
yeah.
centralized.
And I think that also makes sense. I mean, what is the key asset of blockchain? It's the in the end, it's decentralization because it's the enemy's settlement layer, and you need w- the most decentralized possible decentralized mechanism that you can build to stay really to uh, on a playing field so that everybody can trust this layer in some kind of way. I mean that's also something where I see probably Ethereum has to go sensorless on some point even more. Or I do a lot to establish that so that there can't be any any influence of any government layer, something like that. I don't know if that's 100% good. There are also very dystopian scenarios we have to think and try to avoid. But in the end, I think that's the reason why Ethereum is so big. You won't. I mean, I don't say that it will be the only ecosystem to run in blockchain, but I think it's the most. It's one of the ones that stays. And of course, there's also the quantum algorithm theory that as soon as there is quantum
Quantum computers.
quantum computers, Ethereum is the one that's already preparing for encryption, for quantum encryption, and that even is interesting for Bitcoin, where they will go when something like that.
You don't think they'll be quantum secure?
I don't know if how they want to establish it from the way the community is doing now. I think they are very pure and back to the roots mostly. I mean, if they have to, maybe, but I think it will. I think that they have a bigger problem with the ethos behind Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, we will see. I mean, if at the moment Bitcoin has very big pools that dominate the network, so probably switching won't be that hard of a game. We will see.
We'll see.
Okay,
See.
so that so
Okay.
now I have lost completely any
Go ahead.
any. Yes, but yes, what I wanted to show you after depositing your keys, you can, I mean, you can always watch on the Steam YouTube channel how to do it exactly. But I just wanted to show you today how to easy it is to include the keys. You just have to upload them. The files here in the staking tab, and then enter the password. And if you have a key store file, and which is normally a JSON file, and if you have a file that is named exactly the same but ends in .txt, so it's a normal text file, you can enter there the password and so import a lot of keys much faster. So, and then you don't have to enter here a password, just press enter and you can import your key. And what is really cool with us, there's this doppelganger protection included, which is one of the attacks on the network is if you two parties attest with the same key, which is seen as there's another party who gained access to your keys, or tries to destroy or attack the network, then you get slashed for that. So and to avoid that, and on the other side, that can easily happen if you run the same key on two different nodes, and that can easily be avoided by this doppelganger protection. So it looks if this key is already has been tested in the last epoch and warns you. And
Hey, mathematician, just
yes,
1 second. So sorry to interrupt.
that's all.
I just called my dev. Remember, I told you there were 2 challenges before that we had with Proof of Tree. We've addressed the first one. Yo, Ibra, I'm live. You're live. Okay. You said, remember there were 2 challenges with Proof of Tree. One was if they verify too many videos. What if they get slashed too much? We've kind of solved that problem. What was the second one?
You sent me messages right now, right?
No, I sent you the message of the solution to the first one. I don't know what the second challenge was that we discussed in the call before I had to address the drama happening on Spaces.
Oh yeah. So the first challenge was that if multiple proposals were running concurrently,
Yeah, too much slashing.
the user doesn't get slashed up until the votes are all over, which means even if we do the 30% or we do the blacklist, it's not going to happen until until the vote end. So the guy can basically vote on as many
Right.
proposals as they want.
Right, but the second one?
What was the second one? The second one was I have to check. Sorry, I'm just waking up right now.
Shit. Did I wake you up? Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. Go back to sleep. I'm sorry, man. I didn't calculate the time difference. God damn, it's already 5 a.m. over here. My bad, bro. Back to sleep. I'm so sorry, dude. I just like woke you up and put you on a live stream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Go back to bed. Go back to bed. We'll talk tomorrow. All right. Sorry, bro. Fuck, I'm such an asshole.
Oh man.
Woke him
But
Oh,
he's
no.
a really nice stuff if he's coming to
He's
stage.
like
Yeah,
apologizing to me. I'm like, dude,
yeah.
bro, you're the only one who woke you up.
Uh,
I'm sorry,
I
bro.
think that should be extra hours. Oh, come on. Okay. So, but basically,
Interesting. I didn't mean to
um,
interrupt you either. I interrupted you and I woke him up at the same time. Gosh, I'm
no.
I
Yeah,
am
we're not here to win friends. We want to make people happy.
no. Gosh, I'm so
No,
sorry. What were
everything's
you
good.
saying,
Yeah.
bro? I'm sorry.
No,
I wanted to
I'm
yeah.
basically, I think probably, I mean, I've shown you around in our software. I mean, you can do more with it, but I think what I wanted to come across the message is, I think with testnet, it's easy to test out something like staking or running a node yourself. I think it's worth the hassle. It is. We really try to abstract a lot of the technical pains away, and I think you can start now and start to make money. And I think that's what most people in Web3 are here for.
W-
And I
With
want to
your
invite everybody to get these skills. Yeah.
hells yeah. So even with a small amount of ETH, or you need 32 with your platform.
No, no, that I mean, for first of all, our software itself is free of charge, so you can use it. So, and you just need for the spawn this for the first one 2.4 ETH, and there's already a development where you can share a key between 4 people or up to 8 people in the future, and then you can also share the deposit. So in the future it will be even possible to stake with 0.22 ETH in the future,
Okay.
which will probably be more, but is currently around $300. And I mean,
In
you
the
could
future, but
buy
right
it
now you
now.
need 32 or
No, not right now. You need 2.4 ETH, which is
okay.
currently, I mean, it's
And you get
€6,000 something,
what percent?
dollars.
8% or not?
You get, yeah, for the 2.4 you get relatively 8% plus
8% and monthly
in a
compounding.
compounding liquid in stake ETH, which is quite
Pretty sick.
cool, I think.
That's pretty sick,
And
actually.
I mean, if you think, if after this it's over the first year, it's this 8%, and afterwards it still stays compounding. So if you run it more than 1 year, it will get even more. So I think you should really look into it. I think it's really, and I think a lot of protocols try to enable solo stakers and home stakers. So there will Lido has already announced that they want to have a faster queue for those who are running their nodes for themselves and are not institutional players. So I think there's a lot to come, and I think it's the best way to start this now, because everything is still evolving. I think there is a big impact for everybody in it.
100%, man. Getting 8% on your ETH monthly compounded even more than is a big deal. So to be able to do that without needing massive money. What do you say to like Easy, for example, says like, oh, it's more centralized than proof of work or something, or like people who have a lot end up doing a lot as opposed to proof of work. How would you respond to that?
Okay, you're talking about the scaling effect. If you think of those who have the money to stake, get even more, and so they can spin up more nodes, and with that they get the majority on that. I mean, we are currently having 1 million validator keys run, which of course is not always 1 million different entities, but probably at least it's around 10,000, 20,000, or probably more. Um, I think if that number stays the same over time, I think we are still very decentralized. And there are also
Yeah.
mechanisms.
And the barrier to entry, you said, is going to be 0.2 ETH. Like, compare that to a
Yes,
Bitcoin mining machine nowadays. Like that,
exactly.
you need thousands
I
of
mean,
dollars.
you still need some kind of hardware, but it's, I mean, there
Or that can be a
are
computer, no?
physical machines. You can run it with a better computer, but there's now from Obol with Chainode there's something for around $800 or something like that that you can just put in your living room. There is also Diabnode, of course. They are a little bit more expensive, but basically you can afford your own machine. You can also use
Not
your
on
own
like a
computer.
MacBook Air.
It's something about a MacBook Air, yeah, a little bit. It's less. I mean, $800 is much less than a MacBook Air, but something around this.
Like
I mean,
capacity
it's
wise, like
not
I can do it.
completely cheap, but compared to a Bitcoin miner, you're much cheaper,
Yeah.
and you
So
won't need. And there are devices. The new device from Oppo, it uses 15 watts, which I mean, which comes. I
yeah.
mean, that's kind of running an MP3 player. That's
Yeah,
the
sweet.
electricity
All right.
you
Well,
need.
next time Easy's back in here, I'll let him know. We got Blockchain Loud Tech on stage as well. What's up, Blockchain Loud Tech?
So have a nice day,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry I won't come back tomorrow because holidays are starting in my country and my family wants me. So I hope I I contributed to you all growing, and
You
I'm
did. You
really
did, man. I appreciate you breaking that
thanking
down
you
for
for
me.
having me.
All right, brother. I'll
Cool.
catch you Monday or holidays for until the rest of the Gitcoin round.
No, it's for the rest of the week. We when we applied, we tried
Next
just
week.
to do this week.
Also next week, right?
Yeah, we have, yes, exactly. So I can't come. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Um,
Okay. Now that I know, I'll fill it. We got wait list.
yes.
All right.
Okay.
Take care, brother.
Perfect.
Ciao for now.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Cheers.
Goodbye. Cheers.
Ciao for now. We might be in touch on TG. I might follow
Yeah.
up with you about
Yeah.
proof of tree.
Would be
About
cool.
proof of
Yeah.
tree.
Would be
Okay.
cool.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Cheers.
Perfect. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, all right, all right. And blockchain loud tech left. Son of a gun. Wait a second. Okay. All right. All right. Just as he got here. No worries. Well, we have backup programming. We got backup programming, and that is grow calling, one of my favorite segments. When Jimmy teleports people into the spaces after checking time zones. I will check time zones prior. Make sure I'm not waking people up. It was barely 10 p.m. But this is too late. We will be confirming and calling in reasonable hours. So we've had some great conversations by porting people over. I don't know if I should port over the blockchain loud tech guy. Left, right, as you did, lols. Okay, no worries. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna call people in my Telegram contacts. It's what we call a grow call. It's not quite a cold call because I probably met them once at a conference. and we're gonna port them over. I'm gonna shill them on tree gens in 69 seconds, no more. And yeah. Can do. Reboot. Bam. Okay, I'm just gonna check the video feed, make sure we're Gucci. It is working well. Oh, happy days. Here we grow, guys. Here we grow. We're about to get some last minute grow nations. This is in here. Happy days. Yeah. All right. Wilty's rebooting his computer because I got the LGL on lock. So I'm gonna check on a Telegram group. Guys, we are 2 members away from 800 in the TreeGens group. T.me/TreeGenFam. That's T.me/TreeGenFam with a capital T and F. We got all the Impact Alpha in there. Okay, who was recently online who was also a part of the Tree Gen fam? Vladimir Tamara. Nope, doesn't accept calls. All right, let's try another one. Another one. Z3. Questionable that he's only in my group. I feel like he might just be. Let's call Jeremy. I want to speak to Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy. You know, we can even call people on WhatsApp. Oh, no, it's a bit too late for that. Depends on time zones. Okay, we're calling Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy. Let's grow, Jeremy. Pick up the phone. Let's grow. Wait. Yeah, it's ringing.
Regenesis grow. Build the people like you planting trees and grow. Do a three and grow. Make your impact known. Society change don't happen by itself. It's grown.
What you know about building on chain?
Getting users on board in your way. One at the station and that's a campaign. You're with 10 at the stations, now that's in the bay. Shout out to the builders who never gave up. I said Jimmy and the team who
Never went off. Let's grow.
We are gonna make it, yeah, we did, we grow. Get gonna need better. We got a big trees really on chain geeks. You'll find no tricks in our
protocols.
Do you like open source? Do you contribute like you were part of the workforce?
Yellow bird.
So no, we can't take a break now.
Nope.
This is our time to procrastinate and do it right now.
Yeah.
As opposed to hating and the bad talk, let's collaborate and partner up now. Cause the future is bright and green. We make it more green as we plant more trees. In 17 seconds, I grew this. Tell me what your excuse is.
Let's grow. Build on chain and grow.
Let's grow.
Regenesis grow. Build the people like you planting trees and grow.
Grow.
Do a three and grow.
Growing.
Make your impact known. Society change don't happen by itself. It's grown.
Sounds phenomenal. Well done, Carla. Okay, here we grow. I'm gonna call Ariel. Live on right now. He's in all the great groups. Refi DAO, Gitcoin, and Tree Gents. Come on, Ariel. Let's grow. We need some seed capital. Plant some seeds. Okay. Hey. Let's grow. Ariel. No need to yell. Ariel.
Trees, you got to plant what you eat. You got to plant all your seed. You got to water your seed.
Come on.
Trees, you got to plant what you eat. You got to water your seed. You got to plant all your seed. Grow nation, plantation. You can use it for your meditation. You don't need doctor for your medication. Just plant a seed and be patient. Grow nation, plantation. You can use it for your meditation. You don't need doctor for your medication. Just plant a seed and be patient. Don't you really think when you burn the trees down? Don't you feel guilty when you cut them down?
Tree Gents, plant your seeds. Hello, Julie.
Hello?
Hello, it's Jimmy here. How you doing?
I'm good, Jimmy. How are you?
That's good. I'm great. I'm grateful. I should tell you, I'm live 24/7 on Let's Grow Live, and you are on the air. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm on air.
Yeah, we're on Spaces and live in a bunch of networks. Okay, so you know that this is Gitcoin season. You're familiar with Gitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so quadratic funding, matching, all this stuff. So we have this public goods extravaganza. We have an impact concert this Sunday. You're more than welcome to come through. We'd love to invite you. And I'm doing something called Grow Calling, where we do what's called the Shillevator, where I have precisely 69 seconds to shill you Tree Gens. If you absolutely love it, I will request a $1 Grownation, which was recently forecasted to get matched like 170 times, something crazy like that. If not, you can grill me with questions. or say no, and I promise I will love you exactly the same.
Are you putting me on the spot?
maybe. You can also say maybe. I also accept maybe. But okay, but feedback. I'll show you for 69 seconds. You ready?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. All right, Julie. Tree Gens is building a world where anyone can plant trees and earn a living. We're tokenizing tree planting through a proof of tree protocol, where tree planters film before and after planting. The AI that we've trained counts exactly. Token does some verification, so they tick some boxes, make sure they follow the methodology, and then 95% of the tree tokens that get minted go directly to the planters on the ground, and 5% go to the verifiers verifying the trees. Now, we're further gamifying tree planting with leaderboards and a dynamic semi-soulbound token that visually levels up as you fund and plant trees. And, I broke the tree planting Guinness World Record by getting 30,469 mangrove trees planted in Shimoni, Kenya. And now we're trying to break another world record and get 1 billion trees planted on World Environment Day. We're actually on track to make that happen. The country that set their world record is Ethiopia. They got 616 million trees planted in a day. And now they've officially joined our Growalition, as well as 7 other countries. Let's grow. What do you think? Garbage? Would you?
I'm impressed.
Woo! Let's grow.
Garbage. No, I'm kidding.
Huh?
No.
What is
It's impressive. Very
impressive.
impressive.
Oh, thank you so much, Julie. Appreciate you. Hey, you got plans on Sunday night, 7 p.m. UTC?
I may be available. It's
Okay.
possible. What's happening?
Okay, it's an impact concert. We have a bunch of incredibly talented musicians. They're coming onto the broadcast. You're more than welcome as well. Would love to see you there. It's online, so.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is it on Twitter or is it
Everywhere? Yeah, we'll be across
else?
Twitter. We'll be on. It's at Let's Grow DAO, Jimmy Cohen, Tree Gens everywhere, and plus like LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube, like 14 social media networks. It's gonna be wild.
I love that.
Yay! All right, I appreciate you. I see you're in the Quadratic Friends group. Are you, and a bunch of awesome Telegram groups, including Tree Gens. Are you in any Gitcoin rounds by chance?
Not currently, but previously we've done Gitcoin a couple of times.
Nice.
So,
okay. Fair enough.
So
well, we'll stay tuned for that.
It's a pretty awesome platform and an awesome way to give and support each other.
Yeah, love it. Will you be at ETH Safari this year?
Will I say that again?
Will you be at ETH Safari this year in Kenya?
I probably will be through my proxies, through my teammates and my team members.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I hope to stay in touch. I hope to see you this Sunday at the Impact concert.
I will be there, Jimmy.
Yay.
Thank you so much for reaching out.
Awesome.
I will be there.
Thank you for playing the Shillevator game with us. Okay.
Not at all. It's an awesome cause. Thank you.
All right. Take care, Julie. Ciao for now.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, sweet. That was fun. Hey, Blockchain Law Tech, you're only an hour late. An hour and 16 minutes.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Man? What's growing on? Actually, no, you're only 45 minutes late, not an hour 16. But what's going on? I saw you were here earlier. I'm sorry, I kept talking to the other guy. He got a bunch of extra time, but he's not coming in the future. So there we go.
Sorry, I'm so sorry about that.
Hey, no problem,
it's kind of rained cat and dog here, so the network is kind of porous. I was trying to fix it earlier when I joined, so I had to leave the space and then join back. But yeah, I hope you can hear me well.
I can hear you very well, in fact. Very well.
Awesome.
Let's warm the spaces up. I know when we do video broadcasts, sometimes people grow over there and bing, bam, boom. So I'm going to retweet out the space, give it a bookmark. Friends, if you've already retweeted the space, please quote tweet it. If you haven't retweeted it yet, give it a retweet, drop a comment. Bookmarking is probably the best way to support the spaces. Bottom right in the chat. Do the thing, and let's grow. Oh, Julie said nice call. She appreciated the call. Right on. Great speaking with you, Julie. So yeah, man, what you want to chat about? Long time no see. uh, so yeah.
I mean, I think this network is failing me again.
No, you're good, brother. You're good. You're good. My bad. I was on mute as well. So Hakuna Matata.
Jimmy, can you
Uh,
still hear me, please?
I can hear you. In fact, yes. You can also hear me. Correct?
Yes, yes. I don't know, but I still feel my network is a bit glitchy. I'm reacting with the emojis here, and it's not popping up. So I know something is wrong with my network.
Okay. It's okay as long as we hear each other. It's working. No problemos.
Can you see can you
Hey.
see my emojis? I'm
Yeah, I
reacting.
do. I do see your emojis. You're laughing emoji. Huh?
Right, right. It's not showing on
There
my
we go.
screen. Yeah, yeah, that's correct.
Nice, nice, nice. I see Gloria's in the audience. I don't know if you're super busy, but we'd love to hear from you, Gloria. I know you're doing some cool things over the Say Foundation, and you have done some fun regen things, refi things, and hackathons. So if you want to come up and join the discussion, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, yeah, Blockchain Loud Tech, take it away. Tell us your vision for the world. I know you're doing the club and things, right? But have you thought about launching something like a token or a Web3 startup or any building other things? Do you have any other ideas you're thinking about pursuing?
No, 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 not at all. For now, it's just still a club, a student club. Basically, that's all for now. So in the future, well, I'm not sure it's in our plans to actually launch a token or sort of, but I think we might just want to stick to it being a club. Or do you have recommendations? I mean, you can shoot.
Um, well, I don't know, man. I think we were talking earlier about how easy it is to vibe code, but there's still that like 10% of fundamental coding knowledge and capabilities, which is still good. But man, if you could solve for that 10% and just make it so that literally anyone can code and build and launch and deploy, that's not necessarily blockchain, but that would just be like a freaking cool thing to exist. We were talking about that earlier. In terms of, I think it'd be a cool platform to have. I mean, okay, so already you can gronate to various impactful. Oh, here's the vibe coder himself, the legendary vibe coder. Yo, I want to flip the tables on you, Sean, where it's not like you're coding and we're following along, but one of us builds something, and then when we get stuck, we ask you. And I think that would be. I think we might be ready for that. Let's go to level 2. Let's do that. That'll be fun. Heyo, Sean Alon. What's up? I can't hear Sean. Can you guys hear Sean?
No.
Cannot. Yo, let's do live vibe growing. Vibe growing. Shawnee. Shawnee McShawn Sean. Sheena Sean Sean. Shanapal. Shanapal Mc. Sorry, I'm going a little crazy here. Liana's in the house. Woo! Yo, you know what we could do, guys? We could do grow calling, but I call my contacts and one of you guys chills them. Your project. Huh? Talk about cross pollination. You can take
Bet, let's do
my
that. Yeah.
contacts and solicit. You're down, huh? You're down.
I'm down.
Let's do it. Let's call. He's like, let me call your contacts. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Strider doesn't call. 369. Damn, you'll find. It says Strider. Can't call Mr. Strider. Shaganagoosh. This one might be difficult. Whenever you see someone who's only in your Telegram and no other Telegrams in common, makes you think, I don't know what their intentions were of joining, but we're giving you a difficult one, buddy. Good luck. Good luck with this. Just kidding. Shajatul Islam. Okay. Well, he didn't pick up. Sean, are you here? Who grows there? Sean is busy.
Hey guys,
busy vibe
I'm
growing. Oh,
I'm in and
hello,
out.
hot potato.
Oh, how's everybody?
We're great, man. We're great. Hey, when is your hosting slot again?
Not sure. Between
It's
8
You
or
don't
now.
even know?
9.
It
It's
should
now?
be no, it should be like 20 minutes ago, I guess.
Oh, but it's not every day. I see. That's why. Yeah, no, we
Yeah,
extended
yeah.
blockchain loud tech. Yo, well, we could. Hey, what do you think of my idea? We can give you other airtime. One of us builds something. They vibe. A complete noob has zero clue about coding, and when they get stuck, you walk them through it and help them along the way. I think this would be very nice. I think Lumen
that's
is down to volunteer.
100%
As
should
would
do
I.
that. Yeah.
I would love to do this. Hell yeah.
And what we need in the
Vibe
future
Yeah.
is
growing, baby.
like if we build a project right and it's got traction and people come in the future, what we need are like here's the lessons you need just to get up to speed. So we'd have everything recorded and summarized, and as a community, people who are not ready to actually code yet or whatever, there's something for everybody is just what I'm trying to say. Like there's something here that we can all like just chip into and build something amazing with and help all each other's projects, and that rising tide lifts all boats, and it's an awesome time to be a builder now. I see GPT 4.5 just came out, so like these tools are just getting better all the time. I've never seen anything accelerate like it before. So it's a great time to build, and we need to do more community vibe coding. That's an awesome idea.
Let's grow. So what do we think would benefit everyone here the most? What can we build that everyone would benefit from?
There's a bunch of stuff. Like everyone needs impact quantification, everyone needs visibility, everyone needs easier tools to like get their job done. Um, so there's a ton of stuff, but like I'm building Open Litter Map as a platform, not just for litter, but for any type of geospatial data classification. So that's one recognized digital public good that's available to work on. I also think starting a new project where we literally just add all our projects and try and find linkages between them together and have that like auto generate either impact metrics on with a Twitter or Xbot, or have an AI create like video content for YouTube or marketing or just socials or whatever. I think something like that would be very beneficial, but I would love to hear what other people think and if you've got any better or other ideas as well.
It's kind of a wild idea. It definitely might not be the best one, but we got Sheepfi up here too. What's up, girl named Tams? Welcome. Okay, Lumina's got her hand, so why don't you go first, and then I'll share my wild, crazy idea.
No, I'm just sharing that I haven't grow coding for 2 days already. The first day I was thinking, okay, let me build a SMM agent for us. But then I was like, no, I don't want to do this. This is like not gonna work. The second
The computer
day I
said no,
started.
or what?
No, I don't want. I'm just not interested
You
in
said
this
no.
SMM agent.
Okay.
Yeah, I said no. And the second day, I'm building the air quality assistant. We've always had this idea to have this kind of app where it sees your location and it gives you recommendations on what to do. But then I was thinking, is there already something like Solana Incinerator on EVM or not? I didn't check it yet if it exists, but this is really useful. I heard it from Tricky, and I just love it when you just burn all the spam tokens and you receive some dust. It's really cool. But
That is
then
cool. Yo, imagine if that
I don't have
existed for
ideas.
ETH. That doesn't exist for ETH yet. That's only on Solana, right?
I was gonna ask if it exists or not because I didn't check
Doesn't.
it. Okay,
We
it's
should.
really nice, but it's a little
That
bit
should exist on ETH. But what would
not
benefit
for
everyone? Yeah.
newbies.
So All right. Now, impact classification is very important. I feel like there's a lot of great people working on that already. Shout out to Sean, who has disappeared. Where did he grow? Maybe it was reception. He was kind of cutting out a bit, huh? All right. Guess we're back to grow calling. No vibe growing today. Maybe when he comes back. It's going to happen. Before this ends, we're going to do it. Oh, Gloria's in our Telegram. Aw. 787. Hang on, did we lose a member? And I feel like we were two. Oh no, we're 798. No, we're the same number. We're the same number. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Right. Who are we calling next? Call a random okay, you know what? Why don't I scroll far back and I'll introduce you and then you show them blockchain. Loud tick. Oh, and he's back. Sean's back. What's up, Sean? Guess who's back? Sean is back. What's up, Sean?
What's up, guys?
Cut him some slack.
Sorry, I had to jump. Where are we at?
Where it's the ideation phase. Okay. All right. Hear me out. Lucanets has built from an underdog, not doing that, nowhere near to green blue chip NFT pudgy penguins, to like one of the best, like them and Bored Ape Yacht Club in terms of like value, right? I want to see regens do the same dang thing, but for good, impactful NFT projects. Let's face it, not a lot of them get very much traction. So I watched his interview where he explained his number one strategy was GIFs. They have got billions and billions of monthly views, I'm pretty sure they said, on GIFs. They dominate the GIFs. He's got a team, massive team. As soon as there's a trending topic, what he does is he makes GIFs for Giphy and Tanor, whatever it's called, so that people, when they go to search, it comes up and they send it, and this becomes a form of communication. This is how people have massive brand recognition of Pudgy Penguins, even if they're not in Web3, and then when they discover it, they're like, oh, swap, maybe I'll buy it back, right? So now, GIFs work like supply and demand. And he says, those who control the GIFs control the memes. Those who control the memes control the world. This is how ideas spread, and it's massive brand recognition. Right. So GIFs work with supply and demand, right? Like a term like love, you're going to have tens of thousands of GIFs in these platforms. Very hard to rank in the thing there, right? But words that are more up and coming, that don't have a lot of supply in the Giphy world, but do have a lot of search, right? There's a bit of a more demand than supply situation there. Those are the ones he really grows for, and that's how you stand out on these platforms and get a lot of views and ultimately recognition of your NFT character or whatever it is you're trying to do. So, but he said he has like a giant design team and they build it, etc. But he literally said in the interview, if someone could build what we're doing with AI a lot easier. So what if you had a way of finding out what those high demand, low supply terms are? And so like with the X API or something, you figure out what are these trending words, and then boom, and then you could totally use AI nowadays to make whatever characters to just have like a ton of supply in those specific terms. And then whenever someone tries to type it in, boom, bam. That's an idea. You could do that.
No,
But,
I love it, man. Can I jump in, or are you going to say something else?
Yeah, no, please. No, go ahead.
Let me give you an example of something different that we could do. With my new release, supercharged by AI, what we've done is that if you tag a cleanup or where something was picked up, we now know not just like the address. We have that. We have the GPS. We have the literal address. We now know like the theme of the area, the geography it was, whether it was a beach or a residential neighborhood or an industrial park, or a mountain or a forest or a river or whatever. So what we can do now is we can create location intelligent geo NFTs where I'm trying to like collecting all the rings. You have to try and do a cleanup in all of these different location aware regions, and we don't know yet who's going to be the first person who can collect one of these geo NFTs in all of these different geographies. Um, there's a lot more you can do as well, like the first person to upload from a country that's worthy of some sort of geo NFT. So we've got that. So when you upload to Open Letter Map, originally we had no knowledge of any locations, and as people added photos from new locations, we detected that someone from Australia was uploading for the first time, and they would literally create the country resource of Australia in our database, which we are trying to tokenize. But in fact, every Littercoin in the new Littercoin smart contract, Littercoin was originally an ERC20 token, so it was divisible, right? You could send a fraction of a Littercoin, but with the new implementation, every Littercoin is basically its own unique NFT. So everyone is individually identifiable, non-fungible, right? So they're all strictly unique. And it makes tracking them more interesting, I think, because now they're these unique entities as opposed to like semi-divisible of copies of the same thing. So yeah, there's two interesting concepts, but that's something that I haven't seen before, right? Are these geo NFTs or location intelligent NFTs, where we now know like where impact happened, and that's very valuable because we need to start quantifying this to communicate it, to visualize, but real world actions at the moment are kind of under threat by just the amount of noise and unlimited doom scrolling online, right? So digital addiction is a big problem that the education system has only started to realize is a problem. And as custodians of people who've lived pretty much their whole lives with these technologies, we have an amazing insight to do things better than institutions. And like institutions are so slow to innovate, there's a real opportunity for this crypto space to fund the development of public goods innovation around impact mapping and impact quantification and geosocial communication. It doesn't matter what your use case is, be it litter or trees or anything. This is our time to shine. And yeah, this geo NFTs is one of the new topics that I've been thinking about. Cheers.
Love it, brother. Love it. So yeah, I'm okay to go with whichever. Yeah, go ahead.
And one more point is, not only can we create these new geo resources, right? Like I know when a cleanup happened at a beach or a river or a forest, what we're using now is AI to generate images, right, related to that. So you generate badges dynamically, like every badge can look a little bit differently, and maybe build up a character or something like that along the way. Or I'm open to ideas, but that's kind of the new era of gamification that we're leaning towards. Not urgently, right? I've more important things than that, but that's something that's definitely on my horizon. And I've got a prototype working. Whereas if you upload bags of litter, and they're picked up, you have an opportunity to generate these geo NFTs, and then we use ChatGPT to send a prompt asking for an image description. And I've got a few more ideas as well with our Twitter bot, like generating music and rap and poems, and I don't know. I'm open to ideas, but yeah, that's a few things that I've got going on for the future.
Hells yeah, fam. So when you got time for this vibe growing thing? You have time now, or when's Gucci?
I don't have time now. It's been a really, really sunny day, and yeah, I need to take the evening off, I think, get away from the computer for
Get
a
the
little bit.
vitamin
But
D.
yeah, man. Go touch some grass and hear some birds. And I should be back online. Maybe this weekend. We'll see what the weather's like. In Ireland it changes fast, as you know. So
We got
when
some.
it's sunny, yeah, I try to get out, but as soon as the weather changes, it's a good time to be indoors building.
Okay. Yeah. Say like an hour and a half ago, an hour and 37 minutes ago. Styrium won't be coming through on the weekend. So I don't know if that works for you as a good time. Or even like 2 hours ago, 2 hours and 8 minutes. I think Cora Club is having issues as well. Yeah,
we'll have to see. I can't promise anything right now, but let me take a look,
okay.
and it'll probably just have to happen, just the way things go. But we'll get
Yeah.
there, man, and it's going to be awesome. And I think maybe just doing this organically is probably one way to do it. But yeah, let's see what works for people, and we will. What I'd love to do next is try and get a total noob to set up their local development environment with a developer supervision, and we will learn from the beginner what their experience is and kind of learn together as a community. And I'm going to teach you guys how to set up your local development environment, so you can build anything. And once you understand a few basic concepts about how these different software pieces fit together, it's just ChatGPT copy paste. You just kind of have to know a little bit about what you want, and man, the possibilities are endless. And these digital reading and writing skills of the 21st century have not been taught properly, but it is an amazing time to find the initiative and just start prompting. And what I love about AI is you'll get back whatever it asks. So like no matter what level you're at, you can just start asking it broad, general noob questions and get super specific and zone in at your own speed. It's the expert and mentor that I always wanted to have to teach me how to code. I had to do it the hard way with pen and paper and endless nights stuck on bugs. Yeah, a lot of that, but no more, right? That's all gone. So like if you can figure things out and you're just a little bit inquisitive, GPT and other tools, the barrier to entry to building amazing software products is very low. It's not super low, like build me an app that just does everything yet. I'm sure we'll get there in like a few weeks. But if you've got an inquisitive mind and you don't mind building things slowly and continuously, it's an awesome time to build. That's how I built Open Letter Map, was just evenings and weekends, and I worked then as a software engineer for various startups by day. And the only reason I got a job was so I could get paid to become a better developer, with a sole purpose of going back to building Open Letter Map evenings and weekends as a more experienced developer. So every day I was learning little bits. And what I want to do now is I want to share my 10 years of software experience with all of you guys. And this is part of the Open Letter Map mission as well, is just to broaden education and digital inclusion in technology, in research, innovation, memes, science. Like, we should be doing this anyway, but the institutions have set up these barriers to entry and only allowed certain people to participate. Whereas I think we need to smash down all those barriers and allow as many people to participate as possible. And this is the transformation of public education of the 21st century. We're now a quarter of the way into the 21st century.
Shit, my bad. Didn't mean to mute. You can unmute. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I could talk about this all day, right? Thanks for having me up here.
Continue. No. Finish your point. Don't let me wrap you up. That was a complete accident. Please,
Yeah,
as
no,
you
it's
were.
good. It's a good time to build. It's never been a better time to build. It's getting more fun and easier every single day. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a few lessons, bring everyone up to speed. I'm going to show you what I wish had been shown with me many years ago. Answer some fundamentals. We're going to document that, and we're going to create resources that will, whatever project we start building, there'll be stepping stones for people to catch up with us along the way. That's the kind of thing that we need to start collaborating on. So through these Twitter X Spaces, streaming via YouTube Live, and working on a Google Doc or whatever else, there's all these Miro boards and there's all these different tools that we can just like start adding all of our information in and just drawing linkages between them, and allowing people to build who weren't traditionally builders, right, can step up now, and we can allow them to speak and say what they say, and have an ongoing discussion about all the different digital public goods projects. Thanks.
Lumina, go first. Then I got a question for Sean. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna add how important this first step is because that's what I'm doing for 2 days. Now I got the server running. I have this thing written there like air quality something loading. But then I open the Laravel and it's not working. So I'm like, again, something's wrong.
Okay. Sean, do you think in a 1.5 hour session we can take someone from not being able to vibe code, complete noob, to having the fundamentals and crushing it?
I think so, and I think we need to test that. We need to say, like, can you learn all of these different concepts in under an hour? And I think
Yeah,
you can.
or an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour and a half, 69 minutes. We will do it. That's our new target. Right.
Perfect.
Take the
All right.
69-minute challenge.
Perfect number. Okay, because the
Yeah.
reason I asked Broski is I was invited to give a speech/lecture in Taiwan about how TreeGens is using AI, but then they're like, but it's like a whole big thing, and we want you to do like 30 minutes on that of TreeGens, and then like an hour and a half on like general AI tools and how to do stuff. And I'm like, okay. I just agreed to it a while ago, but like now I got to figure out how to actually create the content around that. But if you can take me or Lumina or anyone from noob to vibe growing in an hour and a half, then we can record that, and I have to translate it to Chinese anyway, Mandarin. So I can do that with AI, and I can do my thing on TreeGens, and then hit play, and then everyone can follow along, and then you can get a whole lecture, vibe growing in Taiwan, and if we can make this happen, broski, you let me know what I can do to help open little map, and I got you. Or people map. Let the people map. Yeah, for shizzle. Because I got to figure this lecture thing out. And I'll be so grateful. We will record it live, and then we'll translate it with AI, and then we'll play it to the people, and we'll be vibe growing the masses. Let's grow. Okay, Gloria, welcome to the stage.
Thank you, and what a welcome. I just wanted to kind of tag on to what Lumina and what Sean were saying about vibe coding. There is a component when you start something new where, like, you think that the mistake that you encounter or the problem that you encounter is like because you need more knowledge or something like that. And sometimes it's just like the systems. So when you're vibe coding, it really is helpful because then other people realize that they're also encountering like the same type of problem or they can help you out. And like, yeah, I'm really encouraged by this whole discussion because I think that we need a lot more people playing and like learning and using the tools that are available to them to kind of solve some of the problems either that are in like that they know of or in their local neighborhoods or in general too. So sometimes we're in like a little echo chamber of Web3 where we think that we have all the solutions or that someone else, on another chain has the solution, when in all reality we're going to need a lot of multiple solutions to move us all forward.
Beautifully said. And we need all those. That's one of the beautiful things of this LGL is a lot of solutions being shared. Grow ahead, Paloma. Oh, did we lose her? No, Paloma, you're muted, madame.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was but I was also, you're still at it, Jimmy. Well done. Great. Three gens, fantastic. I was here this morning. I wanted to share something that maybe is not related to what you are now talking about, but I feel very proud of myself, like a baby that has accomplished a big deal, and also it's taken me like a lot of time, which is I finally staked Gitcoin, right? Obviously for TreeGens, for TreeGens DAO on the Gitcoin page. Now, it has been a bit of a nightmare. No, it's been great. It's been great, really. But after many hours, but I was getting the highest F gas, and I checked again and again, and no, it wouldn't get. You needed to have your Gitcoin, your GTCs on Ethereum. Otherwise you could not stake them. Now you might say, oh well, that's easy peasy. Just get on and do it, which is a great advice. But basically, bridging. Okay, having GTCs on Ethereum is the biggest pain in the back ever, 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 ever. And the only way I managed to avoid massive gas, bigger than my contribution, was to listen up, to get Gitcoin GTCs on Arbitrum, and which you might say, well, what's the big deal? Big deal. Easy up to here. Sure. And the only way I could breach those GTCs to Ethereum was via MetaMask. I mean, I tried every single other app out there. Impossible. They were not impossible to breach. GTCs from Arbitrum to GTCs on Ethereum. You might say, why didn't you just go ahead and get your GTCs on Ethereum? You might ask. Well, not easy, at least for me, because anything done on Ethereum was costing me about €5 just to begin with. So it was madness to swap to anything, just a pain. Ethereum is a pain. So the only way that I managed to pay peanuts in order to stake GTCs has been bridging GTCs from probably Base would have done, but I mean, I think I tried Base, some didn't work. So eventually I managed to get my GTCs on Arbitrum using MetaMask. Boom. Bridging painlessly to Ethereum and then staking. Yes. That's all I wanted to say. I hope it helps people who have spent a major part of the day trying to do this and refuse to pay, like $7 gas. That's what I wanted to say. I hope it helps.
Yay! Thank you so much for coming through and sharing your experience and how to grow about it. And thank you so much, Paloma, for supporting Tree Gens, not just by gronating, but by staking on our project with some GTC. That is super, super cool of you. Thank you so much. For those of you who are watching or listening, this is a way to boost projects to get more visibility in the Gitcoin grant rounds. And Paloma is an absolute incredible human. Thank you. I'm so grateful.
Thank you, my friends, for everything you're doing. But believe me, it has not been easy. I had Will on the loop, and he kept on saying, "Oh, Ethereum is not that bad. It's not that bad." I was like, "What?" I don't know what he had done, but he was telling me, "Oh, it's just 20 cents here and there." And I'm like, "Well, it didn't look like 20 cents to me." So, at least in my case, I managed to do this painlessly, as I said. And I have shared to the space, I've shared my post on this in case it helps. See ya. Keep it up. Let's grow.
Let's grow. Much love, Paloma. Girl named Tams, are you able to speak? Because it says you're unmuted, but I don't think that's the case. Can you speak it? Sprachenzina.
Hi.
Oh, hey, it is working.
Okay.
What is up, Tams?
Hi, everyone. I'm good. My name is Tams, and I'm a creative in the Web3 space. Actually, I just came online on Twitter. I had a really stressful day, and I got a promotion at work. So I just came online, and I saw Public Nouns was live, and I decided to tap in because I'm from the Creative Alchemy group. I got introduced to the Nouns community. So I thought maybe to tap in and know how it goes. So that's why I'm here.
Let's grow. That's awesome. Yeah, P Nouns, I've been organizing something called Public Good Saturdays. We've done 30 episodes of it so far on Saturdays, and depending which time zone you are, tomorrow's Saturday. For me, it's already Friday. And so, yeah, 3 a.m. Sydney time, whatever that is for your time zone. I can calculate. Hold on. 3 a.m. in Sydney. And which, let me just say UTC so everyone can kind of figure it out from there. This is 5 p.m. UTC. You can calculate in your time zone, 5 p.m. UTC. We're going to be sharing a bunch of public goods funding mechanisms and impact alpha and a bunch of cool stuff. So stay tuned for public nouns streaming then. But yeah, me. I'm a P noun, and I host those shows. And yeah, cool to know that that's what brought you here. Amazing. Loves it. Loving it. This is a 24/7 broadcast until the end of GG23. And today, let me check one sec. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, me. I'm here. But yeah, Gloria, great to have you here as well. Love to hear your perspectives. I know you've been working with a bunch of developers with the hackathons, right? And tell me what's the latest with Say? What you got cooking in the events world?
Oh gosh. Well, let's see. I'm no longer with Say, which is a new revelation. So I've been looking for my next venture for a little bit of time. But in the meantime, I've been actually helping out at my local Sierra Club. So I've been leading all of our communications and events for my local Sierra Club chapter, and it's really humbling to go from like a Web3 space where we feel like we are always talking about regeneration and you know making the world a better place to go to an established organization like that, especially in this times in the U.S. Uh, where they might not be as technologically savvy. So I actually am writing an article for my local Sierra Club about Web3 and the advantages of the whole blockchain industry and what uses there are around public goods there. So if you would love me to show your project, I would love to showcase it in the article that I'm writing. But yeah, I'm just kind of spending time touching grass and trying to refocus where I put my energy in. I think one of the things that was really meaningful for me from East Denver was how disconnected I personally am from the regen space and how much I miss being around other regions. I still do have my side projects going on with the Congo and here locally, but I live in a space that could really benefit from a little bit of the etherealism localism. Uh, I'm in San Luis Obispo, so it's like really close to Cal Poly, and it's the number one for regenerative agriculture in the Central Coast. And so I'm just trying to kind of meld those two and look at some projects that would benefit all of us. So that's what I'm personally up to. But yeah. there's lots of stuff coming around. And I'm back to coding, which is like my ultimate favorite. So if you want to like work on projects or anything along that nature, I'm more than happy to take a look at them.
That is awesome, Gloria. It's great to have you here. What a bundle of awesomeness. Okay, so you're making moves in the C network and still doing stuff in the Congo? What's still cooking in the Congo?
Yeah. So one of the things that I have from my family is I have 100 hectares of land right next to the Virunga National Forest in the Congo. And one of the things about that is that I'm like a SoCal girl. I'm not very connected to having like, tons of land per se. So we were looking about how can we collaborate with a lot of the officials that are in the Congo to make it like a region playground. And so one of the things that we were looking at doing is like connecting with some of the DeSci projects that are around reforestation or extinction and trying to get people connected from the Congo into those DeSci projects. So I've been working with that, and I sit on a board that is all for the Institute of Man and Nature. That's really looking at how can they use Web3 to eliminate some of the bottlenecks around funding farmers in the Congo too. So I'm just trying to connect them with the right people and the right projects and use a little bit more experimentation because unfortunately there's not a lot of data coming out of the Congo for some of these projects. And some of the times it's a bottleneck trying to get um, different people to agree upon it, whether it's leaders or whatnot. But you can kind of skip some of those bottlenecks by either using my family's land or using some of the connections that we have through the Institute of Man and Nature. So just trying to get more funding to the people on the ground and get more data to the people that need it.
Let's grow. That's awesome. Funding on the ground, data to people that need it. That's incredible. Okay, so that's a family thing, and it's that rainforest. I'm curious how you mobilize the funds for people on the ground. What's the approach there? I know there's a bunch of kind of Web3 funding mechanisms, but
Yeah.
what's the thought process or approach?
The current organization that we work with uses just a banking institution currently, like a traditional banking institution that has digital payments. And so I'm trying to connect the overarching institution with some different Web3 options that are available to them. It's so interesting to me sometimes to talk to people that are like outside of our little Web3 bubble because I feel like we always will know about like either Cello or Gitcoin rounds or anything like that. And outside of that, people really um, they still are in this whole mindset of like cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, and you have to do so much educating to do it. So we've been doing a lot of the just basic level education aspect of it, of like there's more to crypto than just holding a token, uh, and just letting them know like what's available there and showing them different opportunities. So right now we're just trying to figure out like what's the best way to do the payments for a lot of the people that are on the ground, and like even like, hey, can you run a grants round for some of these farmers, or should we write just a little smart contract to divvy up some of the micro payments that they have to deal out. So the organization that I work with they do like the seed funding for a farm, and then once they have harvested um, the goods, then they pay the farmers for their land and their work and their efforts, but then take a little bit of the profits, and the farmers get the majority of the profits back there. So it's just trying to bring that all on chain, which is slow process, but building trust is important. So yeah, just trying to show all of the stakeholders like that they could do it, and that there are um, different pieces of that component that would make their lives easier. Because from the whole aspect of even seed funding and payment, there's a lot of processes that make a little bit of a bottleneck for them, where a lot of these processes could be sped up if they had some type of, you know, verification or some type of smart contract that was just kind of handling it all and didn't have to go through like an actual um, person per se waiting for those checks and balances to go through, where people could just kind of verify and get it done quicker. So we're trying to speed up the process. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure that the people on the ground are the most empowered and are making can make a living, and that they're not really held up by people that want to have unnecessary um, holdups there.
Got you.
I see Will has a question.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah, go ahead, Will.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just joining the call. I just came off a Zoom call. Where is this happening at, Gloria?
This is in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Very nice, very nice.
And for those that don't like quite know, so the like, if you think of Earth as a body, like there are two lungs to the planet Earth. One of them is the Amazon rainforest, and then the other lung for the Earth, or basically the highest concentration of biodiversity, is the like the Virunga National Forest and the whole Congo Basin. And so there's a lot of studies and funds and everything going to the Amazon and like projects there too, but not as much goes to the Democratic Republic of Congo, mostly because of the political unrest and lack of resources and like a whole bunch of things that kind of result back to colonization and things of that nature. But there's a lot of opportunities now, and there are more people who are using what in my mind, like using some of the wins from the research in the Amazons and like the things that have happened there, and also the wins in the Congo and in Africa itself. I look at it as sister connections, where we can kind of not have to focus on like how do we bring up the Amazon, or how do we empower the people of the Amazon and then bring up the people in the Congo Basin, but like how do we empower both people and learn from each other of what is working well, and using them as like almost like sister cities per se, like that. So that's my thing, is like if we can empower all the grassroots peoples and the caretakers of the land, to really do what they need to do and really have a good economical viable solution, rather than just selling the land to people who maybe use it for one thing and aren't positively impacting the environment of the people there. um, then the better off we all are, because those stewards of the land are the ones who are protecting all of us and making sure that we get to breathe clean air, and are taking care of the earth the most. And so we should kind of I don't know, treat them as hollowed people and listen to how they say to take care of it. But that's just my perspective.
Much love, Gloria. I'm glad you're doing things there. Yeah, I know it's not easy with like there's a lot of conflict happening in Congo, right? Is that still a big issue? I know you mentioned the political climate.
Yeah, there's a lot of conflict. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict happening in the Congo, and then like they just had floods too, which also make it really difficult. But if, yeah, there's a lot of conflict going, and I'm sure that we could do a lot of research into why do these conflicts happen, and sometimes it's borders, and sometimes it's economics, and sometimes it's one person. It's all based on a lot of different needs per se. But um, that it is also having a lot of advancements in the Congo as well. You do have leaders that are trying to make a change, and even like on the grounds, grassroots people who are making a change too, and getting much more movement happening. So my mom, who is Congolese, like she actually leaves to go back to the Congo in 2 days. Um, this is as hopeful as I've ever heard her be. About the Congo and about the changes that are possible. And she really tries to attribute that to a lot of the younger generation being extremely passionate about having like more economic survival, but also they're very environmentally focused as well. And so I think it's just the right grounds for some of these changes in the Congo that they want to see. And they have a leader that's very focused on Congolese stability and like making sure that the Congolese are empowered economically, um, rather than having foreign stakeholders be the main people um, who are economically thriving in the country. So, I mean, this is not foreign, or this is not something that only happens in the Congo. There's a lot of countries that have the same type of problems, but the Congo has a lot, and a lot of it is tied to deforestation and you know, technology and the call for like a lot of rare minerals. So I don't know. There's a lot of conflict over the land there. I see Paloma has her hand up too.
Go ahead, Paloma.
Yes, thank you so much, Gloria. I am really impressed by what you were saying. And incidentally, every single other woman in this, in my family is called Gloria, including me. My name is Paloma Gloria. So it's like, you know, because my grandmother was called Gloria. And then, you know, even my sister is called Gloria, although I am Paloma Gloria, but Paloma is my mother's name. So I had to be Paloma first, then Gloria, and then Gloria came round. So nieces, aunties, everybody is called Gloria in my family, just to say. But also I was very impressed by, you know, and very pleased to hear you to using the word keepers of the land, right? Because, you know, I mean, that was very inspiring. And in terms of like countries with trouble, right? It's like, hey, you know, well, where do we start, right? But let's say, okay, that we start by saying, by making a little comparison of reference. My dad was from Haiti, you know, have, you know, Haitian heritage. And, you know, Haiti is like, you know, want to use the F word, you know, countries as they come, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. But of course, like in all countries, there are people who are desperately involved. As you were saying, you know, I liked the terminology, you know, keepers of the land. And you know, we don't hear enough, right? We hear from like so many, you know, what I was telling Jimmy, I hope he didn't mind me saying, you know, thank God we're not talking about, you know, white saviors narratives again, you know, because it's like the you know, three gens work as they should, right? With the what they're people called the locals. So I like that term that much either. But you know, I found it really inspiring that you mentioned, first of all, Congo. I one of my most wonderful, inspirational people is from Congo, and Marie Rose. Well, her family is from Congo. She was born in Belgium. Dad from Belgium, and she mom Congolese. And the thing is that Marie Rose, who is a diva, of course. She's got the most beautiful afro ever, and she is my how can you call it? I mean, this is a very bit of a Western word. My inspiration. No, I mean we inspire each other, right? But she's now a healer. I mean, she's a dancer, an incredible dancer. So many other things. We work together on some of my short films. Thanks to Marie Rose's Congolese energy, together with our biraciality. Am I saying it right? I mean, our film work is what it is, and now she's working in Italy, um, um, and she's got a tribe. I mean, everything with Marie Rose is like a tribe. I mean, wherever she is, there's a tribe. She's got all her children, I mean, she's got many, many, many Italian children. She's had with her Italian beautiful husband, Alberto. And she's now doing stuff in Italy to do with the land and the arts. So, like there's this wonderful combination, as they were saying, synergistic combination between the arts and any other kind of um, um, earthy sustainability project, what have you. I mean, there is an immediate, in my mind at least, and in Marie Rose's mind, and in so many other people's minds, there is an immediate connection, right, between the arts and the land. And I haven't seen her for a while because we met when we were in Amsterdam. We worked a lot there together. I was the filmmaker. She was the dancer, actress, character, poet, everything. And as I said, she's now in Italy, and she told me the other day, she's doing a lot of. I mean, I said healer, but she's more of a kind of herb woman. I don't know what she does. I have to go to Italy and kind of wax lyrical with my sister, but my Rose. But so pleased to hear from you, Gloria, and I've now kind of, I got you, and I'm following you, and I'll track you down wherever you go. I'll keep an eye, because it's like I'm not really sure. A lot of people say, well, Congo is like so huge and everything, and the old Congo was even bigger, right? And so many Haitians, my dad's family and my family, they were said to come from Congo originally. So I'm sure there's a connection between your people and us, my people. So anyway, just wanted to say this, Gloria. Big hug. Thank you for letting me say these things. That was it.
Let's grow, Paloma. I'm sure Gloria appreciated those kind words, and she is in the listener section, I see, so unable to respond. But I'm sure she would say something lovely. So, um, love. Man, this has been such a cool 8 days so
Jimmy,
far. Yes, please.
yes, please.
Yes,
All
please.
right. Yes, please. How are you doing?
Yes, please.
Gloria's coming back
I'm
up,
pretty
but
sleepy, to
real
be
quick,
honest.
can I check in on you?
I don't know why I'm tired.
You ready to go to bed?
Pardon?
You ready to go to bed?
Um, I feel like you're a parent of mine, ready to go to bed. Yeah. Why? You ready to take over?
You can
I
rotate.
mean, oh,
You can rotate.
this feels early. This feels early for me.
You can
Normally,
rotate.
it's normally at least 7 a.m.
You can rotate.
Maybe I'll get up earlier too. Boom.
You can rotate.
Can we now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna rotate tree gens, and
Okay.
Daniel has joined us. Damn, Daniel.
I think he's an
Jimmy's
AI
a little
agent. I've never heard his voice.
Really. I interviewed him. You weren't here for that?
No, I was not.
Yeah, we did a little interview. It was super late. It was like it reached
Okay.
like 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. for me. It was it was around this time. Although we must have transitioned off. I don't know where you were.
Who
But yeah,
knows?
no, he even came on the video broadcast. It was awesome.
Okay.
Can confirm, not AI.
Cool.
Daniel, if you're hoping to chit chat now, I'm about to crash. Jimmy's about to crash. I don't know
You
why
know
though.
what I
Maybe I
think
just
I'm
need to
gonna
do some
do?
jumping jacks.
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do some
do
jumping jacks.
I think I'm gonna do Zal's interview here in Spaces because I don't know how is that gonna work. Oh no, I could just mute the browser window. Never mind. I got this. Never mind. I'm thinking
When
through it.
when
Okay.
when when is it?
As you were. 2300
When is it?
UTC.
When is it?
2300 UTC. Hmm. But as you were with Paloma and Gloria, just wanted to get some logistical things out of the way.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Sweet. So you figured that out. Nice. Amazing. I finally figured out how to properly use this Rodecaster for high quality video interviews that don't involve the spaces but still bring the spaces audio into the video. I only just cracked that during this. It was wild. It was wild. So, Gloria's back up. Did you want to respond to Paloma?
Yes, I did. Thank you. I just want to say thank you, to Paloma for such kind words. Like I think we are kindred spirits, which is great. I feel that anyone who is who has the heart for, like, really trying to make a difference in on earth, and really take care of the earth, is like on the same vibration, and I think we're all like interconnected by that. So I appreciate the kind words there. And yeah, any support that I can give to any of you and your projects, like, I'm more than happy to. I will definitely be donating in the Gitcoin rounds and amplifying it there. Um, but if I can help in any other way, or if you need to be connected with anyone, like, please feel free to either like find me at a conference or get in my DMs. I'm more than happy to point you in the right direction or get you in touch with the right person.
Yay! Treegens would appreciate your support. Anyone watching, bit.ly treegens GG23 or link in bio, capital T. bit.ly/capital T for Treegens GG23. Thank you, Paloma. I appreciate you so much, and much love to anyone who does a Gronation. That reminds me, I was supposed to record a video of how to Gronate. So let me do that. Let me do that right about now. Funk Soul Brother.
Thank you that you
All right.
said that. You, thank you so much that you know that. Funk Soul Brothers right about now. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I
Tune. It's a
play a little?
tune. It's a tune. It's a tune.
It is a tune. I don't care about copyright in spaces. I'm just worried about YouTube. So I could just turn off the video broadcast and we can jam out if you want.
We can jam out. We have to. And also, you forgot about Mr. DJ Oizom, Flat Eric. Completely
What do you mean
forgot
I
about.
forgot? I
You
played
played like
uh,
half a second.
I played like 4 or 5 seconds because that's what Grok said is
I
acceptable
know.
without getting flagged for
I
copyright.
know. I
Yeah, because I'm on
know.
YouTube. Yeah, we got
So
to be
sad.
careful. We got channel. If it was
You
my
better.
YouTube channel, maybe I'll be like, all right, let's risk it for the biscuit. But it's not
No.
my YouTube channel. We have channel partners,
But
so
if you turn
can't
off the
be.
channel partners, we can have a party right here.
Yeah, let's have a
That's right.
party.
I could
Let's
I
have
could
a
end the video broadcast.
party.
Yeah.
I can only say, look, I am
Let's have a
I'm doing some
party.
retouching. I'm
Okay. All right.
retouching
I'm
this
gonna do
image,
that.
and whilst I'm only on my
Hmm.
Photoshop for another 5 minutes because my mom is like just literally going to dismam me, if there is a word.
Did you ever connect with her?
Right. I did kind of, but she. Yeah. Not happy. Not a happy
Yeah,
bummy.
not happy at
Honey.
all. Got to keep
Not happy
moms
at all.
happy. Got to keep
I
moms
just
happy.
don't know how to do that.
Oizo. Oizo, correct? Okay. Grow K. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's happening. It is happening. I think I have way too much happening on my computer, actually. Oof, let me quit Discord. Yeah, there's no one's copywriting that, right? Okay. We're fine. Okay. Eventually. Yeah. Guetta. Is that how you pronounce it? Geta. I'm pretty sure it's Geta, even though it's UE. Just so we know. Geta. Like Gitcoin. Geta. Geta. Git. When I first said the word Gitcoin to my mom, yeah, that's my mic. Sorry, I don't know. It's a bit scratchy. Okay, I have too much open. Let me quit some stuff. Bam. My little Air has not had a break in a long time. My poor little MacBook Air has been running many things for many days. Okay. Yeah, don't worry. The mic will be off. I'm going to pour music into here while I record something else. Haha. So the video broadcast no longer has Spaces audio growing into it. So you won't be too bored because I'm going to be recording something else while I play something for you, the flat beats. I know, right? Grode? Oh my goodness, Grode is. You were to say when you told your mom. Oh yeah, yeah. So when I first mentioned Gitcoin, she was like Gitcoin. She was like, go on get. She said, go on get get gone get gone get. Yeah, I don't know. Gone get. That's what. Request. Oh, I just kicked out. I kicked out Tree Gens for no reason. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, yes, Will T is now getting a gross invitation, and my computer eventually will load. You may. Please. What are you? What's happening? I do want to hear about the meaning. Do you want me to answer your question, or is it rhetorical? Because last time I answered it, you got upset. Okay, tell me. Yes, please. My mic is off. Okay. Oh, DJ Jimmy on the. It's DJ Jimmy on the decks. Bang, bang. Okay. Hello and welcome. This is How to Grownate. Oh wait, damn it. Let me redo. Okay, I'm recording a tutorial on how to grownate while you guys jam out to this. Be right back. Sorry for the glitches because I was doing something on the browser. Thank you, Daniel. All right, this is how to grownate, and by that I mean donate a small amount for a massive impact. It was forecasted to have 170x matching recently on our Gitcoin grant. This is a collection of aligned projects. Make sure you're selecting Tree Gens because Tree Gens is incredible. We are building a world where anyone can plant trees and earn a living. We're on track to get 1 billion trees planted at World Environment Day. But let's pick another one. Our act. Now, the reason I'm recommending a couple here is because actually, in order to get this matching, you do need to support more than one. So pick any 3 or however many you want here. Make sure you get Tree Gens. Then you click the checkout button at the top right. It's going to open this up here. You can give however much you want. Let's say if you give $2, look at that, $242. That's incredible. And $1 turns into 168, and $11 turns into 500. Can you imagine? This is phenomenal, right? So once you're here, you can check out if you have money on Arbitrum. Okay, now if you don't have money on the Arbitrum blockchain network, you just click right here. You can bridge funds. Okay, right below the donation, you have to connect your wallet. If you use MetaMask, you just click Connect Wallet, and it'll have your MetaMask go in there. This is taking a second. Sorry, let me connect a wallet first. So I'm going to click MetaMask. If you have a different wallet, you can use Wallet Connect, but I recommend MetaMask, generally speaking. Okay, put your password, flow like Meta. Okay, and here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. So now you're here, right? I click Bridge Funds. Let's say if you have some money on Base or Solana or whatnot, right? Then you want to come back here and happy days. Now, I am running a live stream right now. So, okay, let's say if you have something on Base, you click here and you want to be on the 2 Arbitrum. Let's say I want to bridge $2. You just click, yeah, you need a little bit of ETH on thing for gas. So we pick a network where you have a little bit of ETH. If you don't have any ETH for gas, then just withdraw from an exchange. and then you click submit donation. You don't have to donate to Gitcoin if you don't want. If you do, happy days. Check out and it'll work. But you need a little bit of ETH to bridge. That's the way that works. It's like the gas situation. But if you have a bit of money on another network, you can bridge it over. Happy days. Good luck. All right. How do I stop her? Okay, I just recorded how to gronate and bridge and do all the things on the thing. Hopefully this worked. Wait, it had the little, oh no, it had the, there's a video in the background of the Mr. Oizo character doing its thing. I totally should have done this with, I was really happy when I saw the matching. Okay, I think I need to re-record this unless I can edit. There's this really funny character in the Mr. Oizo music video doing what? Yeah. Okay, but did you guys like the song? I don't know. I went to an ad in the end, huh? Oops. Yeah, it just bounced, huh? Request. Now we are complete. Now we are complete.